just, you know, I thought in the first half, I thought Florida set the tone for the energy and the physicality that they were going to play with, and I didn't think we were very good from that standpoint early in the game. I thought we were better in the second half, but we just we didn't play with the aggression that we have to play on anything, cutting. And when people say aggression, people think aggression's defense. Aggression is when you're on offense and you have the opportunity to make a play, you got to be aggressive to go make a play. Your job is to cut. You have to cut. You can't jog your cut. You have to screen. You got to run, and then you got to stick the guy, not run and brush the guy. We had no aggression when the game started. So disappointed because I thought we practiced okay yesterday. It wasn't one of our great ones, but I thought we were solid in practice, and especially attacking the press. And you know, it's totally unacceptable to turn the ball over like we did in the first half, because I think it was 3 or 4 straight turnovers for layups. You know, and even though we only had 9 turnovers or whatever today, all 9 led to like 20 points, just like layups and threes for them. So that means that there were, again, my word, aggressive, passive turnovers. I've never understood why point guards pass the ball if there's only one guy guarding them against a press. I've never had to yell at point guards to like get us an offense when it's 1 against 1. And our point guards kept throwing the ball to our center on the sideline, and they're not being doubled. And I can tell you that's not what we talk about doing. But give Florida credit.
Questions, David?
Frank, I know you guys prepare for the press. That's what Florida does, but particularly some of the inbound passes. Was there another wrinkle in there that they were doing you didn't expect? What led to those struggles to get the ball in?
Just guys not doing their job. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and blame a player, but that goes with aggression. Aggression is not just running fast. Aggression is your mind being connected to what you're doing. You got to be on it. You can't be passive as you think the game. And we you know, I've never had to. I'm telling you, 37 years. I'm lucky. And every day that goes by, I'm so thankful that I've had incredible point guards play for me. It's one of the reasons I've been able to find success for 36 of the 37 years I've been in this business. I've never had to there's 2 things I've never had to yell. Tell a point guard to get open. I've never had to tell a point guard to get us an offense. Now, if somebody doubles you, yes, you pass the basketball. But we're passing the ball, not being doubled. Just here, center, you dribble it up the court. I can tell you this. I've never coached that in 37 years. So, and we didn't coach that yesterday in practice either.
20 points in the paint, 4 of 22 on layups. How much does the offense get bogged down when you guys are getting looks at the rim but just aren't finishing and they're blocking a bunch of shots?
We turned them over 15 or 16 times, and we grabbed 21 offensive rebounds. So we converted turnovers and offensive rebounds into 4 free throws. That's aggression again. You know, now when we're in the open court and we got a chance to go at the rim, we don't. But now we're in half-court basketball and Castleton's standing under the rim. Now these guards want to go in there and shoot finger rolls into his armpit, and they think that's a positive play. People think bad shots are step-back threes. When you drive the ball and you're a non-dunker and the 7-footer's standing under the net waiting for you and you try to shoot it over him, that's a bad shot. Bad shots aren't just from 30 feet. There's bad shots at 5 feet and 2 feet. We took a lot of bad shots today. But again, aggression. You come up with steals. Run. The guy doesn't have the ball. Run. We never did that. We never attacked the rim in the open court. So in essence, we had to attack the paint in half-court offense and give Castleton credit. You know, he blocked 8 shots, didn't foul, and that's why he's a first-team all-league player. And you know, but it's you know, I thought we played better in the second half, but really disappointed with our whole mindset to start this game today.
Hey, Coach. Key got the start at the 4. Just what went into that decision, and what were your thoughts on his performance today?
Yeah, I just think Keyshawn's practice habits and his activity have been real good. He had 8 rebounds today, started the game, an offensive rebound dunk. We need him to make some shots. You know, he can't have breakaway layups, and for 3 years he's been sitting on the rim, and today he's shooting dipsy-do finger rolls. You know, we need him to make some shots. It's going to be hard to win if Keyshawn and Jermaine, who've both been here forever, they go, what were they combined today, like 4 for 22 or something like that? They got to make some shots. Those two guys have to convert plays. And but Keyshawn's disposition, his discipline in practice. He hasn't played well in games, but he's been practicing his tail off. And when you practice the right way, you earn the right to get on the court.
What did you make of your team's defensive effort today?
Yeah, we weren't very good. We weren't. Again, they tried to spread us out and run everything out of an open kind of offense. So when teams do that to us, it's imperative that when the ball's passed, guys run to the ball. We wouldn't. We would just stand there. And that was across the board today. And so now if you don't run to the ball, then the driving gaps get huge. Drive the ball early in the game. And then in the second, so now we kind of got in between, and now they started clipping us on weak side screens to create cuts to the basket. And the number one rule in my defensive package for all my years, don't ever get screened on the weak side of the floor. Don't, because you're in the wrong place if you do. And today we got screened on the weak side of the floor over and over and over because guys would not – aggression. When I say aggression, people think I'm talking about rebounds or hitting the guy. Or aggression is being connected, and whether you got to move 5 feet, 10 feet, whether you got to run the whole length of the court, whether it's a box out, you got to screen, cut. You got to do that with a purpose. You can't just kind of waltz through it. And we did that today. And if you think I'm a little aggravated, is because that's the one thing I take pride in. My teams don't play passive. And we were first time all year. First time all year we play passive, and I'm not real happy with that right now.
Frank, I know every game's different, but when you look at just how things have kind of played out so far this season, is it more so just correcting some of that execution when you look at it in terms of do you think it's easily able to be correct with some of the mistakes that are taking place? And obviously it's so early still in conference play. How do you kind of just look at it right now and get the team moving forward, knowing that there's a lot of basketball left?
Yeah, you can take Michael Jordan, Magic, Bird, and Kareem and tell them I'm the point guard, they got no chance to win. And right now our point guard play is not good. It's just bad. Bad breakdowns defensively, no connectivity with me on what we're trying to do on offense. And now we've played Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, and Vanderbilt, and 3 of those 4 in the top in the country in defensive percentages. They make it really, really hard. So I'm trying to play 2 guys at the point who are the 2 that are most prepared to play it. One's a freshman that's trying to understand, and everything's so hard that his feelings gets hurt between plays. You can't get your feelings hurt between plays because they expose you when you do that. And the other one's a guy that, yeah, I've been around him for a long time, but he's practiced last 2 days, okay? So now that's 7 practices in 6 weeks. So he hasn't practiced. And that guy needs to play a lot better for us. And the freshman needs to stop running around with his feelings hurt. You can get your feelings hurt in the locker room. You can get your feelings hurt on the bench. You can't get your feelings hurt in the middle of the game when you're on the court. Because the other team doesn't care. On the contrary, they see it. And when they see it, they attack you. And so we need Jacoby to grow up, and we need Jermaine to play better.
Appreciate it, Coach.
That's it. Thank you.